So here I have a package of Madagascar vanilla beans. Brings 50 in it that I purchased online. What I like to do is, before here I have an airtight glass jar where I will store the vanilla in. Has to make sure it's an airtight. What I like to do is, before I add it in, I like to just open it up in the center, not all the way through, just enough to make a slit, so that the vodka, the alcohol, can get into the bean, just like that. If it opens in half, is fine, just like this. So like that, you can also get the little specks of the vanilla beans. Then you just fill up your jars. The more vanilla beans you add, the more intense the vanilla flavor is. Let's see how much I have. Making your own homemade vanilla extract, it is so easy. You only need 2 ingredients: vanilla beans and pure vodka. And you put it together, put it in a sealed glass jar or any sealed tight container, and you let it sit for a long period of time. Because the longer it sits, the more intense the vanilla flavor it gets, and the darker the color gets. So I think 15 vanilla bean pods will be perfect for this jar. Then what you add next is any type of vodka. I'm using the Tito's vodka, but any pure vodka will work. So what I do is I'm gonna fill up this glass jar all the way up to this line here. You do not want to exceed the line. So I'm just using a measuring cup to not make a mess. Well, let's see. Great. So then what I do is I put my cover on. And then boom, here it is. I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. The reason why I like to cut open the vanilla beans instead of just putting the whole thing in it is so that as you slice it in half, you can see all the vanilla beans, the little specks inside the pod. So what happens is the vodka is actually going to go through inside the pod, and that's where all the vanilla flavor is going to come out. You also do not want to overpack your jar with the beans, because then you won't have enough vodka to soak in and have enough liquid. And I do the same thing with this one. Okay, then I seal it. And there you have it, my homemade vanilla extract. So then what I'll do is, this I will put in my pantry, or if you have a wine cellar, somewhere that is a dry, that is a cool, dark place. And you let these vanilla, let it infuse and sit for 6 months to a year. You can start using it within 6 months, but for the best flavor, I would allow it to sit up for up to a year. The more you let it sit, the more darker the color gets, and the more intense the vanilla flavor becomes. But the minimum I would leave it for is 6 months when you can open it. But I would leave it for the best flavor 6 months to a year. And there you have it. Homemade vanilla extract. These are perfect to give to a gift for somebody, or these are perfect if you want to do a big batch, and it's always good to have around the house. Nothing like making homemade stuff from scratch at home. And I hope you do enjoy this short video. And until next time, Tyler's Azorian Kitchen. Have a great one. E para aqueles que falam em português, aqui eu estou fazendo a minha baunilha caseira. O que é que eu fiz? Eu peguei numa garrafa de vidro assim e eu comprei essas baunilhas, são assim. Às vezes tenho nisto uns fresquinhos, às vezes eu tenho que encomendar. Madagascar Vanilla Beans, que é a baunilha, nessas pazinhos assim. E o que é que eu faço? Eu faço coat ao meio, caso por dentro tem os vidrozinhos da baunilha, e eu junto numa garrafa de vidro assim. Aqui tem 15, deita lá dentro, e depois enche a garrafa até a linha com vodka. E essa bebida aqui, vodka. Tem que dizer esse nome, vodka. Depois tu fechas bom e deita dentro num quadro ou na sala que é fresquinho, e tu tens de deixar para 6 meses até 1 ano. O mais tempo que a gente deixa a baunilha fazer o seu trabalho, o mais gosto que vai dar. Porque isso tem que fazer o seu processo e pode começar a abrir de fim de 6 meses. Mas se querem mais o sabor de baunilha e mais escuro que a cor que fica, eu esperava por 1 ano. Mas vale a pena para esperar, porque não há nada melhor fazer a nossa baunilha caseira. E espero que gostem desse vídeo e até a próxima, se Deus quiser.